All right, everybody, welcome back in. This is From the Pocket coming at y'all after almost all of the Week 10 games are done. We've still got one ongoing Sunday night, and we've got one tomorrow. But, Christian, how are you feeling after your Miami Dolphins just committed an atrocity against the Buffalo Bills today?
It's good and bad. I mean, good to, beat your division rival who constantly, brings misery to you and the team and the fans. So nice to see that, but also kind of sucks for our draft position at now being 3-7. But it's going to be interesting to see what people say tomorrow on all the talk shows about the Bills. They've been everyone's darling, and now get embarrassed in Miami when nobody believes in this Miami team. It raises some questions.
Yeah, I have some thoughts about that. We can get to it. We could just start that segment, but we'll come back to it. It was a pretty crazy Week 10, I got to say. It felt like it had a little bit of everything. It had some wild comebacks, had some shocking blowouts, had some routine blowouts that we thought would happen. That late window in particular was gross.
Yeah,
it was
didn't
bad.
want. I was seeing everybody was getting blown out, so yeah, I wasn't really worried about watching anything. But Jake, I want to ask you.
Okay.
I want to start off with.
Yeah.
Explain to me what happened on Thursday, Jake. Talk to me about that.
All right. You know what? It's crazy because I actually have been thinking a lot about the Broncos over the past few days.
Good. I'd love to hear it. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Look, I come in here and I like to meme and I like to make fun, but look, I'm seeing what everybody's seeing. I'm a little concerned too. I am. Look.
Are you though?
I am still cautiously optimistic about them. Maybe it's a little foolhardy, but there are some things that are worrying me, but also some things I think people need to chill out about, right?
Like
because
what?
This team is 8-2. I mean,
yes.
they're 8-2.
Yes,
and
that is fair.
Their defense is so good,
insane.
That it
is.
It's doing this without Pat Surtain. And it's doing
leading the league in sacks, I think.
Yeah, leading the league in sacks. They're on pace to break the record. I actually don't know if I don't know. I think that's still the case after the Thursday game, but they're doing all this despite the fact that they have very likely a bottom 5 offense in the NFL.
And it's not. Well, I mean, the running game isn't. It's been.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins has been fine, but
it's not been. It hasn't been phenomenal, but they're getting solid production and they have weapons. It's can Bo Nix play a consistent game and can he fix his awful decision making? Why are you just chunking the ball down the field with 30 seconds left in the half? I don't understand that decision.
No, it's bad, and I am holding out hope because he did this last year where you look at the end of I think his last 3 straight games he ended with a passer rating of 100 yards or 100 or higher or something like that. But I'm hoping maybe we get something like that in the latter half of this year as we're getting into the second half. But look, barring something like that, I think the furthest this team is going to go is the divisional round. At its current
state. They could get. I mean, we'll see what they do against. They still have to play the Chiefs twice. We'll see how that matchup goes.
And that's next week. That's next week. So we're gonna get some resolution on them and the Chiefs very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you have people out there everybody will want to see the Broncos. I don't think if the Patriots played the Broncos, and I like the Patriots a lot.
It'd be tough. It'd be
I'm not saying the Patriots wouldn't win, but that's not by any means a shoo-in for me.
I mean, but the Patriots defense plays well too.
I like the Patriots a lot, but I think in the right matchup, the Broncos can absolutely get out of the first round. I mean, if they get unlucky and they got to play Mahomes or Josh Allen or something, it's but that just kind of is what it is. But Colts or Broncos again, for a rematch. That game was close the first time. Yeah. I don't know. The Patriots. I just even like the Ravens, of the Broncos. Like I would probably lean Lamar, but I guess all that to say like they can get out of the first round. They're frisky, but yeah, I mean if Bo Nix does not play better, if this offense doesn't pick up the pace, like they're not going to the AFC Championship like I thought they would. Like I picked them to do at the beginning of the year, but they're 8-2. They're in prime position for the number 1 seed, and we're about to find out how real they are. You know, if they go in and beat the Chiefs, which I mean it's in Denver, but it's Kansas City off a bye, Kansas City off a bad loss, like that's going to start making me really feel confident about who this team is. And they're doing so well despite the fact that they're having horrible offensive play from their quarterback. Like I think that's something to write home about. So
yeah,
it was a bad game. It was a bad game.
It was a terrible game. It was a terrible game. Yeah, like you said, nothing much really to add. They have a great defense. We all assume, at least I think we both agree, Sean Payton is at least above average, like slightly like above average quarterback or a head coach.
I think Sean Payton is still a top 10 head coach.
They gotta get some more consistent play out of Bo Nix. But I mean, again, they are 8-2. I cannot deny that. Like they are 8-2. And like you said, we're gonna see in next week how real this team is. So
a lot of stuff coming to a head next week. We'll talk about some of those future matchups, but I hate to do this, but I have no thoughts on the Raiders. They're just not a good team. They fired their special teams coach. Some bad gaffes. Geno Smith continues to just be bad, like on this team. Pete Carroll might end up being one and done. I mean, at this rate.
I mean,
that'd be shocking. I mean, it's
shocking. It's awful because like we're expecting him to at least be not to win a whole bunch of games, but at least be more
competitive. I thought they had an outside chance of like teasing for the wild card spot, and it's just. I thought hiring Pete Carroll was like the grown-up decision. Like you and I both loved it. On paper, like it was like I would have that take again. I don't know. It's just been I don't know what's wrong with this team.
I do not either.
Same thing with the Jets. Like Aaron Glenn, I guess, is a little more unproven, but it's just like y'all are like horrible.
They won today.
They did win today, but like they've been bad like for so much this year. Anyway, we can talk about getting into our Sunday slate. We had a game in Berlin, Christian. That was barn burner. It was a good game.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
not expecting it.
The Colts beat the Atlanta Falcons. Wow, I don't know why I just forgot the Falcons existed for a second. Beat them in overtime, 31-25. Had to come back and do it though. Had to get a field goal to tie it, send it into overtime,
and the field goal kicker, he missed missed the extra point. I think he missed the field goal as well, maybe 2.
Yeah, tough day for the Colts, but they do get the win. I have some thoughts on this, Christian, but I'll let you kind of go first. What were your takeaways from this game?
I'll start with the Falcons. On the Falcons side, I mean, you get to see they got playmakers on the team. Isn't this not coming to fruition? Had the lead late, couldn't allow the Colts to get a good return, and on the field on the last drive before end of regulation, Daniel Jones had a bloody mouth. That was crazy.
That was crazy. That was kind of metal. I won't lie. Yeah, going into that final drive.
Yeah, look, we make fun of Daniel Jones all he wants, but the dude is tough. The dude can take a punch. Yeah, so the Falcons have talent. It's just not consistent enough. Michael Penix not consistent enough. Some errant throws, some drop passes. Mooney here and there. I think Kyle Pitts also may have dropped one or was slightly overthrown. But for the Colts, hey, great win. You keep your head above water, 8-2, with the Broncos nipping at your heels there. Jonathan Taylor had a amazing game to over 200 yards.
I will say, I hate the Falcons.
Why Why do you hate the Falcons? I feel pity for the Falcons.
I mean,
it's hard for me to hate
their
this
fans.
team.
I just why aren't they good? Why aren't their defense is really, really good this year. They are top of the league in a lot of key metrics. They've been really good. They have overplayed expectation, and you look across their entire offense. It's good offensive line. Kyle Pitts is having a pretty decent year. Drake London. You have Darnell Mooney. You have Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, and it's just this team's just not good. And I won't lie, Christian, I'm starting to wonder about jumping off the Michael Penix bandwagon.
That is fair. Yeah. I mean, he looked a little inconsistent here in this game. I mean, the Colts defense isn't. I mean, it's a pretty solid defense, even though I saw Sauce Gardner get cooked a little bit here and there. Yeah, I wish I could tell you what the Falcons' problem is. I
think it's quarterback and coach. I don't know. I was skeptical of Raheem Morris getting the job in the first place. He had been a head coach in the past, but it just kind of felt like a retread to me. I was and I really was a big fan of Michael Penix coming out of the draft. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks in the draft, and I just hate to say it, he just hasn't lived up to it. He's bad under pressure. He's still missing throws. He has accuracy issues like he had last year. I don't know. It's just, I mean, they had 16 pressures on Daniel Jones today.
They were getting
Daniel Jones had 3 fumbles in this game. He had an interception, and it's just, how are you blowing this game? How are you losing this game? As for the Colts,
Tyler Warren was dope.
Tyler Warren was fantastic, but
had that last catch to set up the Jonathan Taylor
just running
touchdown
it down their throat. Yeah. I mean, look, Jonathan Taylor put up 50 fantasy points today for me.
Yeah. He won people's fantasy.
It took him doing that for them to edge out beating this team because their offensive line is just falling apart. Daniel Jones is kind of turning back into Daniel Jones a little bit, and I'm a little worried about that. This bye week could not have come at a better time for them.
Oh, they have a bye? Okay, they needed
a bye. And look, you got to win you got to win ugly. And they got blown out last week. They've been rolling and cruising all season long. This was a good
I mean, you're in Germany.
Yeah, hey, let's just we won ugly. We won a nitty-gritty game. Did not play well, but go into the bye week, regroup, figure out what's going on.
I mean, you're 8-2, and are they number one? Yeah, because they beat the Broncos, right? They won.
Yeah, they did beat the Broncos.
Okay, so I mean, you're number 1 seed heading into the bye. Yeah, get healthy and reassess because I feel like teams are gonna start, taking notes out of what the Steelers did to them, what the Falcons did to them, how to get pressure on them. Because I mean, that is showing to be the Achilles heel to this team. If you can handle Jonathan Taylor and not let him run all over the field, then you can sit back there and cover and hopefully generate pressure with your 4 on Daniel Jones. And he tends to struggle, but they got away with this in this game. And he made the plays when Daniel. I'll give him credit. He made the plays that needed to be made. That Tyler Warren throw and catch was both very, very, very good. And then, cap it off with the John Taylor touchdown score was pretty nice. So, yeah, I worried for the Colts for, later in the season. But for right now, yeah, I get to stay on that bandwagon.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But I'm starting to get a little nervous, but I'm trying to not let it shake my faith. But anyway, we can move on. Let's talk about, Let's talk about a pair of crazy comebacks that happened today.
Yes.
In the early window. The Bears come back on the New York Giants down 10 points.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
They scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and get it done and then hold the Giants. And then the Texans, I think they were down 29-10 at one point in this game.
I think they were down 17-0 or no, that was the Bills. Was the Bills down 16? I don't know. The Texans were down.
The Texans were down by 3 possessions, and they just Davis Mills and that defense just getting it done, stopping the Jags on multiple attempts. And then they even, they were only up by a point, but they ended up getting just a dumb interception, fumble, I don't know what you call it, from Trevor Lawrence on the last play of the game and taking it to the house. It was just kind of insult to injury. But the Jaguars, Christian, I got to say, they've lost 3 straight now, right? Is my count right?
Are they on this?
No, they won last week. Week. They've lost some. I'm checking their schedule. It's like they've lost 3 of their last 4. Yeah, that's what it is. So they've lost 3 of their last 4.
Oh yeah, the Raiders won last week.
Yeah. I was like, I know they've won a game in this stretch, but it has been a bad month for them.
Yes, it has.
You got
they got the Chargers.
You got Liam Cohen throwing his play sheet and headset on the ground.
Damn. Okay, I didn't see all this.
It's just,
dude. He's like, I left Baker for this.
It feels. I mean, hey, Baker's struggling. Not struggling, but not as. Hey, he's the 6-3 with the Patriots today. But no, it's. I wonder if this, we talk about it a lot, if this could be the same thing that happened to, I guess now what's happening to the Giants, where they were, things looked like they were kind of going in a certain direction. Things looked okay. And then they had that. What?
Who's even their backup?
Who?
The Jags.
I have no idea.
Nick Mullins.
Oh,
you want to throw Nick Mullins in there?
I don't know what they do, but my point is like, you saw this happen with the Bears last year. You saw this happen with the Giants this year, where you just have such an unbelievable way to lose a game, and it just derails your whole season. Is this going to derail the Jaguars even further than they are now? Or do you see this team focus up? Do you have faith that they can right the ship after this kind of loss?
I don't think so. I mean, I think, like you said, this team is just spiraling. They've lost 3 out of their 4 games, and it was against the Raiders. They're playing the Chargers next, who, I mean, are the better team, and we'll see how they do without their, their tackles and stuff. Cardinals, who are feisty, they got to win. No, they didn't. They got stung. I'm sorry. Who are feisty, at least. You got Tennessee. Okay, you probably win that one. Cardinals, probably coin flip. You'll probably lose to the Chargers. You have the Colts twice. You got the Jets in there. You got the Broncos and the Titans. So,
8 wins.
I will give a slight. I'll give them a little bit of hope that they can get this fixed, but it's not looking good for them.
No, I think, look, 9-8 to me is still on the board for this team. A wild card spot is still on the board.
It's on the board, but
the wild cards are getting
slim.
very. I mean, it really feels like early on we are really getting set up for who we think is going to be in the wild. I mean, Steelers and Ravens are still duking it out.
Yeah.
You have the Bills and the Patriots. Who's one of those teams is going to get in. Obviously, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. And you're not winning your division against the Colts.
Chiefs are outside looking in right now, right?
Yeah, but you just imagine you're not getting your division, so you're just competing for one of the 3 wild card spots, and there is a handful of teams, and I just feel like the Jaguars might be the weakest of that bunch.
They are the 7th seed right now, with Kansas City on their heels, Houston getting the big win, Baltimore.
I have more faith in Houston at this point than I do the Jaguars. They're only a game behind them now.
I mean, the Texans did win.
I'm not saying the Texans are going to get back in it. I just if you're asking me who I think is going to be closer to being in it, I might pick the Texans at the end of the season.
It do feel like they on the come up a little bit.
I mean, they lost last week, unfortunately, but get a big win with your backup quarterback today.
With you against a division rival, it's pretty good.
Kudos to the Texans. I hope CJ Stroud comes back. Good news is you're playing Tennessee next week, so good opportunity. But after Tennessee, Bills, Colts, Chiefs, back to back.
Damn.
Yeah, and the Bills are on Thursday Night Football. So that'll be kind of scary. And then after that, I mean, you get the Cardinals and the Raiders, and then you end on the Chargers and the Colts. So like, it's still looking tough for y'all. You just, again, we've said it all season long. The Texans just drew the short end of the stick for the schedule. Like, their schedule is just impossible. I mean, even with what they've done today, looking at all this, 7, maybe 8 wins still feels very, very likely to me.
I'm leaning toward 8. Like, I think.
I mean, look, the Bills have not been. It's in Houston. They beat the Bills last year, and the Bills have not been, distilling a ton of confidence, consistently speaking. So maybe they catch them on a bad night. You should be able to split with the Colts. Like, you should. They're a division rival. You have maybe the best defense in the league. You should be able to split with them. You get the Cardinals and the Raiders. Maybe you beat the Chargers. I mean, yeah, right there, like, if we're trying to be really optimistic, you might. That's 10 wins, right? I think I did my math right.
They beat Houston last year. That was that awful game Justin Herbert had.
Yeah, they did beat that's true. That's true. So, maybe being a little pessimistic, but you still got a lot of work to do for me to really believe you as a contender. But good win. Congrats. You covered as one of my best bets this week, so I appreciate you. Appreciate you getting that done. Definitely stole one today. All right, yeah, let's I guess really quick hit on the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
You talk about a team, you want to just bet the under next year, because the way they keep winning these games, you're about to see that flip so hard next year.
Dude, right. Like, what are they? What are they in one-score games this year now?
Oh my gosh, I don't even. Yeah, so in week 1 they basically collapsed against the Vikings, if you remember that, on Monday Night Football. They end up losing 27-24, but then they beat the Raiders by a point. They beat the Commanders by a point. Beat the Saints by a couple possessions. Lose to the Ravens. Crazy win against the Bengals. Crazy win against the Giants. So what is that, 4? They're like 3-1 or 4-1 or something in one-possession games. So, and next week they got a rematch against the Vikings. So maybe they get right. The Vikings didn't look great today. But I feel like we always see teams that do this with one-possession games where they go like, you look up and they're like 9-2 in one-possession games or something, and then the next year they're like 3-6, and it's like, yeah, that's how that goes. So this team is feeling like such a Cinderella story to me, and they got Eagles, Packers, Lions still. So, they got a lot of tough games. So, they're in prime position to be a wild card.
Oh, yeah, they're in the playoffs now.
Do you think they will be a wild card team? Or would you still
I think so. You're 6-3, unless they have a collapse like later in the season. Yeah, they're the 7th seed right now at 6-3. I think they still have to play Detroit again, right?
They got to play the Packers twice, the Lions, the Eagles.
So
this
is it could be up and down. We'll see what the Packers give us on Monday for me to, give them a lot of faith, have a lot of faith in the Packers. But for right now, Chicago, looking forward, the future looks bright. So I'll say, yeah, I do think this team can make the playoffs from what I've been seeing so far.
I don't know if I believe they will still make the playoffs. Like, going through it, you have the Eagles, the Rams, the Seahawks. The Niners are going to be there.
Well, they're not competing with them. Well,
they will be for a wild card spot, yeah. There's the Packers, the Lions, the Bucks. That's 7 teams right there. So, like, they're in the mix for the 8 teams that I think could probably be in the playoffs. But maybe they beat the Niners. The Niners, that game against the Niners on December 28th, I think that's gonna determine the season for both those teams probably.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
That's exciting. Yeah. Okay. Well, Chicago, I'm rooting for you. I'm always rooting for you.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Chicago,
and I'm proud of y'all. I will be betting your under next year, though. I'm just letting you know that. As for the Giants, I don't have too much on them. They're continuing to have that skid that we predicted after they lost to the Broncos, and Jackson Dart left with a concussion. So, very sad. All right, let's get into one of the games of the week. Let's get into the Bucks Patriots. So, yes. Christian, want to point out, you talked me out of betting this game.
I did.
And you were correct, because I wanted to bet the Bucks. So I appreciate that. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are the Patriots among the best teams in the NFL?
Well, what is their record, Jake? What does their record say?
Their record is 8-2.
Oh, it's 8-2.
They're one of 3 teams that are 8-2.
So they're one of 3 teams that are 8-2 in the league. So I mean, the record says it for itself. The record, let it speak for itself, Jake. No, but for real, yeah, I think this team is pretty damn good. Drake May, I think, has been coming down to earth these past few weeks. He wasn't spectacular.
He had a bad interception in this game.
A bad interception. They had some special teams, I think, in this game too that helped them out. I would probably, if I had to rank them, I'd probably put them in that second tier, below the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills. I know they lost. But, the teams that I've seen, go far in the postseason, I have them above them. But I have the Patriots in that second tier. And they play pretty well defensively. Drake May, I know he's going through a bit of a slump, but he's finding a way to win these games. So if it works for one guy, it has to work for the other guy. And then they beat a really good. Well,
they went into Tampa.
Went into Tampa. I'm kind of down on Tampa.
They've been a skid. They've been a little skid.
They haven't been on a little bit of a skid. I know the injuries, all their running backs were out and receivers and stuff. So I'm just a little worried about the Bucks, but I still think they'll win this division pretty darn easily, in my opinion.
Well, especially what the Panthers did today, what they gave us. That was bad.
So,
yeah. I think I do it again, Drake May has been sacked 16 times in total over the last 3 games. They sacked him 1 time today. I mean, that's bad. They couldn't stop the run, obviously. Cue Travion Henderson just sprinting down the field in the fourth quarter. And I am a little nervous about them. I think it's fine. This is kind of the time of the year maybe you want to dip, right? We're not into the last month of the season yet.
Okay, I mean we're still in November, but
yeah,
you'd they're 6-3. Not hitting the panic button, but you'd like to be a little bit more tightened up here.
Well, and look, you're going into a tough next 2 weeks. Okay, you're going to play the Bills and Buffalo next week. RIP, you're going to lose that game. Buffalo in Buffalo after a bad loss, you're just going to lose that game. And then they go on the road to play the Rams, which the good news is the Rams are playing the Seahawks next week. So maybe they get a little beat up for you, and it gives you a little bit of a better chance, but that's tough. But after that, Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers.
Okay.
Very, very soft schedule at the end of the year. So I still think the Bucs are in prime position to go into the playoffs healthier than they are now and with a lot more momentum than they have now. So I'm optimistic. I still feel strongly they could end up one of the last 2 teams in the NFC.
Really?
I mean, I picked them to, so I'm rooting for it. But
really, you don't think they're just going to win their division?
I think they'll win their division.
Yeah. I want them. Why would they be one of the last ones to get in?
I'm talking about I'm talking about going to the NFC Championship.
Oh,
being one of the last teams around. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah, you're good because I picked them in.
They're winning their division.
I picked them in the Eagles to go to the. Now, yeah, man, if the Panthers had won this game today, they'd be 6-4 and the Bucs be 6-3, and we'd be like, and, pretend like the Panthers have a chance. But as for the Patriots, yeah, Drake May coming down to earth a little bit, but boy, you just see the effect of what having a good coach does on your team. I mean,
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel just proving he really is an elite level coach. You know, this team, as a team, I feel like they are getting better week after week. Their defense, I mean, the fourth down stop they had in this game today, you know, late in the game to secure it was phenomenal. You know, Christian Gonzalez, we obviously love him. Like, it's a great defensive unit. And then when you have Drake, I mean, even Drake May not playing up to his par, like we have seen him these past, you know, month and a half, it's more than enough to beat a quality team on the road. So I'm just a big fan of what I'm seeing. Like, I still think they are still under the Chiefs, the Bills kind of caliber. But, like, that second tier, for me, it's them, the Broncos, and
Chargers? You putting the Chargers
the
up there,
Chargers could be, probably will be right now. I'm a little like, I want to see how you deal with the Joe Alt of it all. But, I mean, great. You know, Christian, we got 3 years off, and now they're good again.
Crazy, because I thought it would take a lot. Not a lot of franchises bounce back this quickly.
Nah, they got the quarterback right and the coach right, and look at where they're at.
And that just shows you just how much, like, how important that duo is.
I mean, they made it look easy. Emeka Ibuka, though, another phenomenal game.
Of course,
he's going up against one of the best corners in the NFL in this game,
and
he was he was all over the field. Baker had 3 touchdowns. Yeah, it's just defense for the Bucs is still iffy, and honestly, like, I know early on the Bucs were coming together with a lot of like last minute kind of close nip and tuck wins.
Yeah,
I feel like they have really fallen off of that, especially against upper tier teams.
It's hard. Like, we do see it, like, season to season. It's hard. You can't make a living out of that. I know we're letting the Broncos off the hook, but sometimes it just don't work. Like, sometimes it bites you. It's back at you.
It's a sign of, like, issues to come.
Yeah.
Kind of the deeper you get into the playoffs, I think. Like, if you're talented enough, and they are a very talented team, it can work for you for a little bit. But then you get into that round 2, you get to that round 3, that's when it's like you just don't got the horses.
The Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah. Yeah. But congrats to the Patriots. Bucs, I still believe in you, but
yeah.
I want to talk about who I think may be the best team in the NFC, Christian.
Ooh, is that the Seahawks?
It is the Seahawks.
Or the Rams?
It's the Seahawks. It's Seahawks and the Rams. I have the Rams at 2 right now after this week.
Seahawks, dude.
Look, it's going to be
this is the second time they have let's just go up 21-0. Let's just do that.
They did that they've done it 3 times this year. Remember, they were up like 35-0 against the Saints in the first half. Today, they were up 35-0 in the second quarter.
Game already out of hand. Game already over.
I mean, it was like 38-7 at half, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, what do you say if you're Jonathan Gannon? Like, what do you say?
I don't know.
Like,
hey guys, it's 0-0 out there.
0-0. We just gotta win in the second half, 38-7. Like, the Seahawks defense we knew it. It is elite. It is phenomenal. DeMarcus Lawrence had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say DeMarcus Lawrence out here playing. Jackson Smith and Jake is just insane. Seattle's scary. I don't know how far it'll take them, but they are scary. And if they keep this momentum up, I would not want to see them. And how the NFC is built this year, we could see Seattle. We could see maybe Seattle Rams in the NFC Championship game. I'm not calling it, but it is definitely in play right now.
Well, and the tragedy of it all is there's a good chance that both of them are going to be fighting for that 1 seed. Whoever doesn't get it is probably going to be the 5th seed or the 6th seed, because I mean, you look at the NFC North. I mean, the Lions and the Packers are going to be duking it out for the entirety of the season. So, like, one of these teams could very well end up being the 5th or 6th seed. I mean, they will be ultimately, but I mean, they're playing each other next week, and
I don't think you want Seattle. If you pull Seattle, they're good on the road. Defense plays well
everywhere,
and
I mean, they
run the ball. They got their number 1 wide receiver who can
Jackson Smith and Jigba,
who can catch anything, and then you have a quarterback that is just he's confident in the pocket. He has the trust of his guys. Like he's in it right now. So
you know who they are?
Who?
They're the Colts of the NFC. They're this team that is just such a well-built team.
Seattle, I don't feel is getting the. I mean, I guess there is some doubt, but I guess we just don't talk about Seattle.
It's a quieter domination.
Okay,
it's because their domination is defensively, whereas the Colts are flashy offensively, and but the Seahawks' offense is still very formidable. It's just not. I mean, again, like 35-0 today. 2 of their touchdowns were defense touchdowns. True. That's insane. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy for Seattle. I'm happy that they get to play the Rams next week. Like they're just
good game. Next week.
It is. I'm excited for that.
Next week.
It's at 3:05, so it's not even like the main game
of
the afternoon slot.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be watching it like it is. But no, I mean they're so good everywhere. Mike McDonald has just had such a phenomenal effect on this defense. We knew he would eventually. Like, that's why we were so bullish on their defense. But obviously, I didn't expect their offense to do this. I thought their offensive line would struggle. Clearly not. Their offensive line has been average, and that has been more than enough for Sam Darnold to dish it out the way he needs to. He understands the assignment. Kubiak understands the assignment. And I have so much fun watching this team. Like, it's just so fun. I love Emmanuel Worry, their safety. Tariq Woolen, well, I guess Reek Woolen now, but he had a phenomenal bat down in this game, a phenomenal deflection. Like, they're just loaded everywhere on this defensive side of the ball, and their offense is also really loaded. I could go on and on, but this team, I would not want to play this team in the playoffs.
No.
I legitimately think they could bulldoze somebody in round 1 and upset somebody in round 2, and not even upset them. Like, I think there's a chance they'll just be the better team and win. So, excited for them.
No, I share that that sentiment you just gave them.
Well, how about we talk about the Rams then? Well, really quick, the Cardinals. I don't really have anything for y'all. Y'all got blown out today.
It's rough. Yeah, it's tough sledding. Yeah, I mean, just like the Falcons, I'm just like, I got talent. It's just not showing up every Sunday.
Y'all got the 49ers, Jags, Bucks, Cardinals, Texans over your next 5. So I don't really think your season's going anywhere, Arizona. I'm sorry to say. All right, Christian, let's talk about the 49ers and the Rams.
Yeah, well, thought it was going to be a bit more competitive, but no, the Rams are just that team, I guess. So Jake's coming back around on his Rams, so
you know it.
I knew it was going to happen eventually. It was just going to happen eventually. And, they're playing great. I was talking a little bit of smack about Matthew Stafford coming in this year, and he's been balling. Had 4 touchdowns in this game. Devontae
6
Adams.
touchdown drives.
Yes. Yeah, it's just been – they've been really good. And I think this is another team that's probably don't want to play them in the postseason, especially if they keep this run that they got going. So Rams are playing. The Rams are good.
The Rams are really good. I like their defense. It's a little better than I thought it would be. I feel like it's easily a top 10 defense, which, hey, that's all you need it to be because this offense is so awesome. It is so good. Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about it, but it really, we see the Rams do this every year. where they start off shaky and slow, and then they turn it on in the back half of the season, and they go into the playoffs, one of the most dangerous teams. But the difference this year was they weren't losing games in the early part of the season. They were winning them just ugly.
It wasn't pretty, and now they're
steamrolling. And I mean, their only two losses were to this 49ers team that they just thumped on Thursday Night Football, and a horribly blown game to the Eagles. Those are their two losses.
They did have that.
Which I mean, they should have won that game. So
they should be 8-1 right now.
I mean, so it's very. I mean, and even the Niners game, like they were supposed to win big, but like they were in it at the end. They just couldn't pull it out. So like, I mean, you look at like even their losses like are kind of quality. Like even their losses are a little quality. So they're rolling now. They're rolling, and they're not having to dig themselves out of a 3-6 hole. Like they're just 7-2 and cruising. And again, I will reiterate for the fourth time: Rams, Seahawks next week. Cancel your plans. Cancel your plans.
That's must-see TV.
Yes. Right. All right, Christian, I want to throw you a bone. I've been making you wait long enough. I want you to talk about your Dolphins right now real quick. Do you have any more thoughts on your Dolphins?
Just happy we this year we got to put belt to ass to the Bills.
Yeah, Devon Achane looked real good.
Happy to see that. Even in the first game we played them close. We were running the ball pretty well, and Tua had that unfortunate interception there. It was great. He did have 2 interceptions, unfortunately. But yeah, Achane was running that thing. 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle had some great catches in this game, great plays in there. Zach Ehler got his first sack this year after getting his money.
Nice.
So yeah, it was just great to see. Unfortunate, but for looking into the future for draft and all that stuff does kind of hurt our draft position at being 3-7.
3 wins isn't.
Yeah. We can still lose. We still gotta play the Patriots again. Maybe get another win from the Jets probably. So we'll see how the end of the season looks. But it does feel good to beat a division opponent, and especially how we lost it last time, heartbreaking, and to get some revenge and to beat their ass, like great feeling. So, and we made the Bills look human, and can't wait to see all the excuses that get made for Buffalo next week or this upcoming tomorrow on talk shows or the Cope. I don't know what we're gonna say about the Bills, so I'm gonna be excited to hear all those opinions. But I still, for the Bills side, I still think this team's pretty good. They are really hurting for a number 1 receiver. We were hoping it was going to be Keon Coleman. It is not him, unfortunately. I like Shakir. I think he's overall their best wide receiver, and their tight ends are really good. But overall, I think Shakir's their best receiver.
Dalton Kincaid left this game also.
Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Buffalo. I'm sorry about that. But I don't feel sorry for the win. I don't feel sorry for us beating you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what to make of the Dolphins. I don't really feel like I need to make too much of them. Again, they're 3-7.
Chris Greer, our curse is gone.
Chris Greer is fired, but y'all blew up the Falcons a couple weeks ago. Y'all are blowing out the Bills now. It's very weird.
We've won 2 out of our last 3
in blowout fashion.
And both wins have been blowouts, and then we lost to the Ravens.
And y'all got blown out there. It's a very strange past 3 weeks, but I mean, to me, the story is more of what do I make of the Bills? Yeah. I'm at a loss for words. It's fine, okay? You lost to the Falcons, had a bad night against the Falcons. Kind of looked similar to what they did against the Falcons here. Just against the Dolphins, just totally inept, unable to do anything. their defense looked very human again. Couldn't stop the run. But then, last week they're putting belt to ass basically against the Chiefs, which is just like, I mean, we thought the Chiefs were really, really good. And we're like, man, the Bills just are pushing them around. And then they did have this performance against the Dolphins. I thought the Bills would be cruising to the 1 seed this year. Like, I really did. Like, their schedule was so favorable.
Maybe a little look ahead. They are playing the Bucs next week, maybe. So, you get a big emotional win, beating the Chiefs in the regular season. Maybe just weren't all that focused on the Dolphins. I don't know. But because they are playing the Bucs, so I don't know there of like what went into the psychology of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a factor of like we thought y'all were gonna roll over, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, the Dolphins, they're like, we're a professional football team. We get paid millions of dollars to do this. We're not gonna roll over for you. So, congrats to the Dolphins. Just a bizarre game, but
it was. We're
I'm
up
not
16-0.
saying. I'm just saying. Plus 9.5 covered if you were betting with me. I told y'all. Plus 9.5. It hit. We 3-1. We 3-1 going into tomorrow. Let's go.
I told you to stay away from that Bucs game.
But then I replaced it with my only other loss, which was the Broncos. So
I told you not to. Did I say no to that one?
You just scoffed at me because you're like, dude, why are you addicted to this team? It's true. But anyway. All right, Christian, I have a couple games here that I don't have a lot of formed thoughts on. Yeah, let's do rapid fire really quick. First one, this is kind of the last game I think I have strong opinions about. Ravens-Vikings. Ravens get the win. Started off slow and ugly, but the Ravens just outlasted them. I mean, they were the better team in this game. Did you have any thoughts?
No, I mean, Baltimore is now on a 3-game winning streak. They're doing what they're supposed to during this, like, slack in their schedule. They got the Browns next week. So look into – and then the Jets. And then I think on Thanksgiving, the Bengals, Steelers, Bengals. So they're doing what they're supposed to be doing for Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, every game on their schedule is winnable. I mean, even the Patriots and the Packers, which that is a pair of really good games. Cannot wait to watch those. But I would still probably lean Ravens in those games personally. Ravens are going to be fine. As for the Vikings, boy, I'll tell you what, dude. For a moment, I haven't even really paid attention to it for a lot of the year, but when I saw what the Vikings were doing to the Ravens early on, I was like, Vikings sleeper pick back on? Vikings sleeper pick back on, and then it didn't work. Yeah, JJ McCarthy, he's still, I'm not going to sell his stock on him just yet. Like, Michael Penix, I feel like I've seen enough. JJ McCarthy has only started like 4 games. So like, I'm still kind of reserved, but like the early returns have been very up and down. And even when he's good, it's like not even that great. It's like you're good when the rest of the team is playing really good, like against the Lions, like kind of against the Bears in week 1. So anyway, all right. 2 games I did not watch. First one, Jets-Browns. Going to have to watch some tape of this. Yeah, it was from what I understand, it was a pretty good game. But I just was not paying really any attention to it, so I'm going to go back and watch that later in the week. So I don't have any take on that right now.
Yeah, nothing for me as well right here. Good on the Jets.
Yeah, congrats to the Jets. And again, we'll come back to you on Thursday if we have any thoughts. Jets and Browns, like they're kind of off my radar a little bit. So
I thought this could have been like some kind of like high scoring game. Like,
kind of like,
did you believe? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
And they did it, anyway. Did they do this? Was this in Cleveland? No, it was in New York.
This is in New York.
It is in New York. Yeah, my bad. All right. And then Saints-Panthers. Don't know what happened here.
Yeah, I was like, what happened
I did not see this
here?
game either. I did not see much.
I guess
is
there a pick six?
I'm going to have to go back and kind of regroup on this one and watch some tape. But no.
Tyler
Shuck, from what I understand, played pretty well.
2 touchdowns, 282 yards, 19 for 27. So yeah, that was not a bad day for him.
And the Panthers, this has got to be the most devastating loss for the Panthers that they've had in a long time. Like, even beyond the blowouts, when you know you're bad, like, you are 5-4, you've just come off a crazy upset, and now you're being served, like, it's not like you had to go play the Eagles. It's not like you had to go play the Rams.
I mean,
like,
it's their rival.
You're playing a division rival, albeit, but a 1-8 Saints team at home.
The home thing,
and
where you've been really good at.
Yeah, and it's the perfect opportunity for you to stack a win on top of your amazing win, continue to build that momentum, and be like, we're 6-4. The Bucs are 6-3. We're right there.
Right. Yeah,
we're right there. And you just fall apart against the Saints. Again, I'm trying to not speak too much about what went wrong in the game because I haven't seen it yet, but just from what I know, looking at it, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it looked like the Saints did what they were supposed to do, which was stopping the run. Rico Dowdle, 18 carries. Did have that one touchdown in the first quarter, 53 yards. But, yeah, you stop the run, make Bryce Young beat you with his arm, and he's proven throughout his career he cannot do that consistently enough.
Yeah.
And he threw an interception. So, Saints did what they knew the assignment. And
they knew the assignment. 2-8 now.
2-8.
And our final game, the Lions and the Commanders. It was a cut and dry blowout. Dan Campbell took over play calling assignments halfway through.
Oh, again? He's doing that again? This is what the Lions do.
Lions.
If they smell blood in the water, they pounce.
I just wanted to, like, really shout out the Lions because, like, look, I don't think the Lions are the best team in the conference. They're one of them. They're one of them.
They're solid. Solid.
But this is now the third year in a row. This team is just awesome. They whoop ass. They take care of business. They beat the bad teams. They haven't shown up super consistently against the great teams this year, obviously getting blown out to the Packers and to the Chiefs. But, I mean, 2 new coordinators, like Dan Campbell taking over play calling assignments or not, like, they take care of business. This is a good team. It's a very well-built team. The offense is awesome. The defense has guys, even though, you know, they're not great at getting pressure, but again, like, there's holes in it. But just want to commend them. As for the Commanders, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Hope you like that new stadium that's coming, though. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Just got to get some seats in. Get some seats in that stadium.
For sure. Jahmyr Gibbs became the 5th player in NFL history to score more than 40 touchdowns before turning 24 years old.
Congrats.
Do you want to guess who the other 4 players are?
Are they all running backs? Or
they are all no. 3 of them are running backs. One of them is a receiver.
Before 28?
Before 24.
24.
40 touchdowns before turning 24 years old.
Is Justin Jefferson on the list?
No.
Okay.
I gotta say, this list is some upper echelon Hall of Famers.
Oh, okay.
All 4 of them.
Okay.
All 4 of them are upper echelon Hall of Famers.
So they're not in the league currently?
No, none of them are in the league currently. They're all Hall of Famers.
24. LT?
Not LaDainian Tomlinson. No.
Okay, I was like, was he young when he came to the... I'm thinking like...
He was. He was a high pick.
Young guys... Wasn't Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith is on the list.
Emmitt Smith. Jim Brown?
Jim Brown is on the list.
Damn, all right.
Are you cheating?
No, I'm just going. I'm like trying to think. LT's not on it. Not being on it is crazy. So Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown. What's the other good running back? I keep forgetting him.
I'll give you a hint. He's not the first Lions player on this list.
I was just Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is on there.
Wait,
and
I was
just
just
missing
like,
the receiver.
Is it who we think it is?
I mean, it's one of the 2 or 3 that you're probably thinking of.
Jerry.
Not Jerry.
Not Jerry.
Not Jerry.
Chris Carter.
Not Chris Carter. Chris Carter didn't really. He was good, but he didn't really come into his own until later on in his career.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. There you go. Yep. Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown. Very. Jahmyr Gibbs. Like I'm trying to not understate what he did today. Like that is a remarkable list to be a part of. So
no, that's some great dudes to be a part of. And man, remember when people were like, "Why are you taking a running back this high?"
Yeah, especially that. Like, everybody's like Jahmyr Gibbs, whatever. And then we find out that there were other teams that are like, if Jahmyr Gibbs had been on the board, we were going to take him.
Yeah.
Like, and the Lions, one of the best playmakers in the NFL. So it just goes to how good they are. But that's all we got, everybody. We went through all the games, but we appreciate you. That's it. You can double check my work, but thank you for rocking with us. We cherish y'all. We love y'all.
Sunday game has not been interesting, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, Aaron Rodgers just made a mistake.
Ooh, a pick?
Stuff. Yeah.
Dang, that's a rare sight there. He really does that.
We will be back on Thursday, though, to talk about Week 11. And boy, oh boy, do we got some amazing games coming in Week 11. Just to preview some of it. Just to preview again, as I've said for the 5th time now, Rams, Seahawks. Cancel your plans. But, all right, some of the games we got. We got the Bills hosting the Bucks.
Yes.
The Bears at the Vikings. That could be cool.
Yeah.
We have the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Yep.
The Sunday night game is the Lions at the Eagles. So some really high marquee games. Very excited. And then the Monday night game, we got Cowboys Raiders.
Why are the tickets so high for that?
Because that's the Cowboys and the Raiders. They both have big fan bases.
Okay, damn. Yeah.
People want to go see Cowboys Raiders, even if it's not going to be a good game.
I mean, yeah, it's just gonna be the Cowboys gonna put up a bunch of points.
Yeah, can't wait. And with that, everybody, we'll get out of here. Check us out. We are on every podcasting app you could think of. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share, give us a rating. Go talk about us with people. Just spread word of mouth like they used to do. We love you, we cherish you, and we will catch y'all on Thursday previewing Week 11.
Peace.